Hey guys, Don here. I want to give you a little lowdown here from going out and visiting people yesterday. That's what I talked about previously. We are opening a second office, and I'm there Mondays, and I'm 4 days at our old office. And because of that, I'm having to go out and meet people. Now, with COVID, it's a little bit more uncomfortable. So I want to share, one of our colleagues, he's the youngest one in the group, he went out to visit a primary care doctor's office that's right in the same building. And how uncomfortable. He went in, and they thought, I don't know, that he was soliciting. And they said, we don't see any drug reps. And he said, well, I'm not a drug rep, I'm a doctor. And then they said, sorry, we can't talk to you because of COVID. And so that was one of the first places that I hit. And it's a primary care in the same building. And I got past the doorkeeper, which I think was the key, just like anyone coming to see us. And I talked to the office manager, and they had a really nice decor. And I said, wow, it's great decor. And then they said, oh, she'd actually had designed it. It kind of looked, and she said it's like a concierge look with the HMO price. That's what she said. So I think we were able to get through, and they already, really, who cares if they like us or not, if the doorkeeper lets us in, because they're sending us patients every single day. So that was one of the experiences of the primary care. Now, the two that I talked about were ways of using the book as marketing. So the first place was it's called PR Running. It's a local running store. For us, I always think of, who do I always send patients to every single day? And usually the two groups are physical therapists and running stores. That's who I'm sending to every single day. And I want to be in front of them. So what I did is I intentionally, which I do anyway every day, we have these little script pads, and I sent multiple patients to that shoe store because they have some good anatomic shoes that I like. And then I went in, I had a little downtime, I think I had like an hour break, and I went and dropped off about 10 of my books, the actual printed books on plantar fasciitis. And I said they could give them to anyone that they wanted to. So that was the first place. That was easy. The problem with the shoe stores is they tend to be so darn busy, which is good. But in terms of giving those books out, I think that'll help. And then the other place I went to was the physical therapy place. So once again, I did the same thing. There was a patient that probably either plantar fasciitis or Achilles tendonitis that came in, and I sent them right down the hall to the physical therapy place. But I didn't just send the referral. We use Athena, so I sent it through Athena, and then I just emailed them, one of the PTs, and said, hey, did you get that referral? Just to make sure that the whole automatic referral process was working. And they did get it, and once again, I dropped off the books there. And so those were the kind of the main places I went to. And then I just kind of walked around, and I went to like a dentist, I went to a massage place, I went to a couple of other places. Those weren't that comfortable, both during COVID, but we have to get out there and do it. And it's a little uncomfortable doing that type of marketing. It's not the best, but kind of focus on the 80-20. What are the 20% that are going to bring in 80% of your results? And for me, it's basically going to be the PT place, the primary care, and then the shoe store. Those are the ones that are going to be the good referral places. So what's kind of step two? Well, step two then would be to put these people on that monthly mailer, or somehow follow up an automated sequence with them via email. So either the regular print mailer or the email mailer. So that was the kind of the marketing experience. That was the high part. There was a little bit of a low part. I think we talked before about this newsletter that I'm wanting to put together that's automated once a month. The newsletter that I'm working on is, I was looking at it and they were sending me all the information. We're kind of getting it set up, and it's all like on back and shoulders and knees. And I was thinking, gosh, that might not be the best fit. I think that's a good fit for a physical therapy place, which is the person I got this referral from, but there's not something specifically to feet. So I'm going to have to talk to them and reach out to them today to see, hey, can we get more either generic content or more kind of diabetes or foot-related content. I don't know if they're willing to do that, but it's at least worth a shot. Oh, and then the last place that I visited. So talking about kind of networking and marketing, there is a place nearby. It's a salon, basically. It's called My Salon, and one of my patients owns it. So she doesn't have a salon, but it's like this new concept where everyone rents out. It's a big building, and everyone rents out their own salon. And the owner, I've been treating her and her daughter for fungus, and they were in the office, and I knew that they were right from around there. And so I said, hey, by the way, do you know who runs the new boot camp? Because there's a place called, I think it's called the 30-minute boot camp. And then she knew that person, and she was able to set up like a group text, and then I followed up with this gentleman who had this 30-minute boot camp. It's a franchise, but once again, that's going to hopefully be a good collaboration for the type of patients that I want to see in the office. And it's a much better way of being a welcomed guest than just kind of invading that. Takes a little bit more forethought, meaning having to have someone introduce you. So I had this one patient introduce me to this other person, but it's much easier that way than it is for me just to go knock on and say, let me introduce myself. So anyway, those are the thoughts for today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.